Guys, Blizzard just posted a post about season 2 or season 2 of Season Discovery with some new runes PvP loot. They banned GDKP'S, which we'll get into. It's kind of crazy. And they show a lot of the raid loot, and they talk about the PvP and a bunch of other shit and some class runes. So I just want to go over it and talk about it. You'll see a chat on the bottom right of the screen. That's because I'm streaming, and they posted it while I was streaming, and I don't want to end stream just to do this, so I'm just going to freeball this. They also posted a video right here where it's a 30-minute video going over the entire thing I'm about to go over. I'm not going to watch it right now, but I'll put the link to it in the description if you want to watch it. They just posted it 6 hours ago. They said they posted it. I don't know how I didn't see it, but the Wowhead post was posted like 30 minutes ago. So I'm just going to go over it. I'm not reading it word for word, but we'll read some of it. Sit down with World of Warcraft class team designers to explore what Season Discovery. It was unlisted 10 minutes ago. Okay, so chat said it was a leak, and then it got out. So there it is. This is a very long one, so buckle in. Use the timestamps to skip if I put them in there. So the first thing is looking at the Gnomer raid dungeon. This is level 40 raid. It's 6 bosses, and the raid size is 10, as we expected. We already knew it was going to be a 10-man raid. Much like Blackfathom Deeps in Phase 2, Gnomer will be a 10-man player raid dungeon consisting of 6 bosses, which include 1 additional new boss. Each of the previous 5 bosses have been redesigned to present new challenges. Yada yada, same shit. The dungeon will also introduce a new world buff. There will be a variety of new items and rewards with even more epic rewards from additional sources beyond the last 2 bosses of the dungeon. There will also be new class sets to acquire and quests to reward. You got a new professions quest chain in there, which we expected, with new materials to craft more powerful items. As a compromise for both leading edge players and more casual players, the raid dungeon will become available with the launch of Season Discovery Phase 2, but there will be 2 lockouts on the But there will be 2 lockouts on the normal weekly lockout timer at the start of the phase. This means the first of these raid lockouts will occur on February 13th, and the second will occur on February 12th with the regular scheduled maintenance. What does that even mean? This will allow for leading edge players to get to level 40 and start their hunt for the raid dungeon right away, but also minimizes the number of lockouts missed for those who want to level more slowly. Okay, so they're putting it out at launch, and they have 2 resets. So it's a weekly lockout? Is that what it is? The first reset is 5 days after launch, and then the second one is 7 days after that. Just for those first 2 weeks. Raids are going to be once a week instead of 2 for the first resets. That's kind of crazy. Well, at least it's launching. They could launch together. I know a lot of people don't like that it's launching together, but whatever. GDKP banned? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You will find some changes to the boss area in the dungeons, affording for new challenges for players to overcome. Here are some examples. Grubis, new radiation vents may come into play for this encounter. The Crowd Pummeler boss. This boss is a move to a new part of the dungeon where your encounter will occur on the raised platform before the crowd. That's dope. The Thermopug guy now has new mechanical suits as part of their arsenal. All right, whatever. New loot. We have placed a few nods to older items that were previously staples in this dungeon. Items such as the automatic Crowd Pummeler will allow players to pick up just one of these items to reuse over and over again. So now Druids don't have to hard farm that forever. That's kind of cool. These are all examples of a work in progress and may not reflect final item stats. The Bonk Maestro handguard, some leather hands, +5 the fist weapon, +5 the maces. We got a domesticated auto chicken or attack chicken. This is a trinket. Release your domesticated attack chicken. It will fight for you for 1.5 minutes or until defeated. That's like a battle chicken. That'll be dope. Mechanostrider muffler, a mace with 16 attack power. Wordle's a hardened core. Increase your chance to dodge by 1%. It's a trinket. On use, increase armor by 1,000, but movement speed is reduced by 60%. And you cannot remove this effect, and it lasts for 10 seconds. That's kind of crazy. I got a healing mace. Healing by 20. The new automatic Crowd Pummeler is equipped 69 attack power in Cat Bear or Dire form. On use, 3-minute cooldown. Increase your attack speed by 50% for 3 seconds. That's dope. The Necronomicon, an offhand that gives you 14 spell power. That's not that big of a deal. Doesn't the offhand right now give you like 9 spell power or 7 spell power? We've also tucked in some fun additional items as well into the raid. Trog Transfutator 3000, a trinket that transfigures the caster into a Trog. Don't know why you want to look like a Trog. I don't know how to say that. Whimsical World Warper, on use. Where could this device possibly take you? I bet you it takes you to the raid. I bet you anything that just takes you to the raid, and that's their way for Horde to get there besides that little teleport. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, 1 second real quick. I forgot to change my title. Stand by. Stand by. 1 second. GDKP banned. P2. Can someone link that real quick? Oh, it's right here. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. Cool, thank you. Command edit. P2 news. We'll go command add P2 news. I didn't make it, no. I'm just going over the news now. Cool. I made a tag. All right, sorry, I forgot to update my title. Radiant ray reflectors, 1 armor. The words deal with it are etched on the side. Cool. We have the new item sets to help players get access to additional pieces that have been having difficulty collecting. There will also be armor piece token drops, allowing any player to use them to pick up additional set pieces they may be missing. For example, if your boots have been eluding you, you can use a boot armor token to purchase them from the vendor. Did it say where they can drop from, the armor tokens? You can get tokens for your armor now. How do you feel about that? An example, you can't get the Twilight boots, so you get a boot token and then you can get it. So I wonder if the bosses drop the token and then you just get the token, and it could be for any armor set, right? So you know how like you can never get the caster boots, but the fucking male boots keep dropping over and over again? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's dope. Jordy, hello. I'm pretty sure you heard. Yeah, we're going to the news right now, and I'm recording because I'm posting this on YouTube right away. So we just started. We literally at the beginning of it. I'm just reading where they have tokens for tier now. So like if you wanted the male boots to drop in BFD and you couldn't get them to drop, it'll drop a boot token, so you can spin that token on whatever of the cloth, leather, or mail you want. That's kind of cool. The first one is hazard leg plates. It looks like improve your chance to crit by 1. The set bonus is 2. This is a tank one. 2 set is +7 and 16 attack power. 3 set increase your hit by 1. Where's the cat? Oh, the male one. Oh, it's plate. Duh. The male one, 4 strength, 8 agi, improves your chance to crit by 1. 2 set is 24 attack power. 3 set is your attacks have a 5% chance of restoring 100 mana. What kind of ass drop is that? The caster one looks like shit already. 18 spell power on the chest, which is not that bad. What's the chest on right now in the game? 12. Improves your chance to crit or to hit with spells by 1%. You get 100 armor. Chance on spell cast to increase your damage and healing by 40 for 10 seconds. That's pretty dope. I like that. I'm fucking with that. Dungeon updates. Season of Discovery Phase 2 will have a new skill books added as a part of a 5-player dungeon drops from various creatures. These quality of life improvements will not take a rune slot. It will not take a rune slot, and they help to address things such as short aura durations on paladin blessings, totem control for shamans, or even as a part of manipulating combo points for rogues. Where's my soul shard stack, bro? So it teaches, so the paladin one is just dope. Testaments of enhanced blessings teaches you enhanced blessings. So I assume it's not going to be 5-minute blessings or whatever now. Revelation of totemic projection teaches you totemic projection, not totemic recall. First off, what is that? Am I stupid? Can you just say where you want your totems to go from far away? Unless you're projecting them back to you? I don't know. Manual of redirect teaches you redirect on a rogue. That's pretty dope, dog. I don't play any of those classes. That sucks. Rune ability updates. We wanted to provide everyone with a sneak peek at just some of the new runes that they will be able to discover as they continue to level up to level 40. Paladin runes. Sheath of Light will cause damage dealt with your melee weapon to also increase your spell power. It will also cause your critical heals to apply an additional heal over time spell. Projection moves them to you. They have it on retail. So totemic projection moves them to you. That's dope. Guarded by the Light, the second rune, will cause your melee weapon hits to restore mana over time. However, the amount healed by Flashlight, Holy Light, and Holy Shock will be reduced by half. Holy Paladin stuff, I guess. Hunter runes. Melee Specialist is a passive ability which will reduce the cooldown of Raptor Strike. Cause it to trigger instantly, and each use of Raptor Strike has a chance not to trigger its cooldown. Melee Specialist will also remove the cooldown of Mongoose Bite. I don't know what that is. I don't play a hunter, but hey, is that good for hunters? It sounds good. Trap Launcher. I know what this one does. Allows you to place traps at any location within 40 yards and allows you to place your traps while in combat. Additionally, your fire-based and frost-based traps have separate cooldowns. I know what that one does. That sounds cool. Warrior. Here we go, Zug Zug boys. Rallying Cry is a defensive ability that can be activated to increase the health of all party and raid members for 40 yards. Blech. Blood Surge gives some of your abilities a chance to make your nest slam instant and cost no rage. That's kind of cool. I did like that with Lich King. I mean, Warrior one kind of seemed a little lackluster, no? You think? Blood Surge, yeah, Slam was going to be good. Slam, pretty good damage. Shuriken, oh, Rogue. Use Shuriken Toss to throw a Shuriken at your enemy, dealing damage to your target and up to 4 additional nearby. They get an AoE. They get an AoE a little bit, huh? Throw a Shuriken at you and 4 other people? Master of Subtlety causes attacks made while stealth and for a short time after existing stealth to cause additional damage. Ooh. Attacks made while stealth and for 6 seconds cause an additional 10% damage. Oh, I didn't see they had this. Heroic Strike, Bloodthirst, and Whirlwind have a 30% chance to make your next slam instant. Oh, I didn't see that the tooltip had things. Dealing damage with your melee weapon increases your spell power by 30%. That's cool. Each time you hit with your melee weapon, you gain 5% of your maximum mana for 5 seconds. Okay. Raptor Strike reduced by 3%. No one cares about that one. Rallying Cry is 15% maximum health for 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Shuriken Toss says throw a shuriken at your enemy, dealing damage equal to 25% of your attack power, striking 4 additional targets and rewards 1 combo point. That's pretty cool. And when you pop out of stealth for 6 seconds after, you deal 10% light damage. Priests cast Mind Spike to blast your target with Shadow Frost damage and apply a debuff which increases the critical strike chance of your next Mind Blast on that target. Stacks to 3 times. Tooltip says blast the target for 108 to 126 Shadow Frost damage and increase the critical strike chance of your next Mind Blast on the target by 30%, stacking up to 3 times. Big. Doesn't help my mana out at all, but whatever. As a favorite from later expansions, Pain Suppression can now be cast on a friendly target to significantly reduce their damage taken and increase the resistance to dispel mechanics. Instantly reduces all damage taken by a friendly target by 40% and increases resistance to dispel mechanics by 65%. Warlock runes. With Invocation, when you refresh some of your damage over time effects, while they have less than 6 seconds remaining, instant damage will be dealt to your target equal to 1 tick of the spell's periodic damage, so you no longer have to worry about refreshing your dots spells at the perfect moment. This is kind of like a pandemic timer, I think. Refreshing, Corruption, Immolate, Curse of Agony, Siphon Life, when it has less than 6 seconds duration remaining, will cause you to deal instant damage to your target equal to 1 period of the spells. 1 period of the spells, like 1 tick? Cause you to deal instant 1 tick of damage instant. Look, what the fuck? Ass! No one's playing Affliction. That's not gonna. Where's Unstable Affliction, bro? We're not playing Affliction. That's not gonna make us play Affliction, bro. Dance of the Wicked will trigger a buff which increases you and your pet's dodge chance anytime either of you deal a critical strike to an enemy. You also gain 2% of your maximum mana. You're giving us mana buff? Warlocks with life tap? You and your demon pet gain dodge chance equal to your spell critical strike chance each time you deal. Get the fuck out. That no one's gonna take this ever. This is garbage. I don't give it. You don't need that. That's not gonna be used for tanking. I promise you. I don't even know what's gonna go on. We're not gonna need it. And your mana, we don't. That's even more in a meta. I have way less problems in my in tank form than I do in a regular form. Yes, I'll use the background. I need I'll go over in a second. Yeah, I want more like it says like GDKP banned right here across the whole thing, and then it'll say like huge phase 2 news, GDKP banned, you know, new runes and shit like that. Tank Warlock shouldn't be using life tap. Why? You get 100% on your life tap. What do you mean? Those are ass runes, bro. Those are garbage, dog. Yeah, this even seems ass. I get to do 1 extra tick of my corruption. Like whenever I refresh. And it's saying that you still like, all that's doing, guys, is say you refresh your corruption with 2 seconds on the timer. You technically clip your dot, so you're not getting that last tick of the corruption. All it's doing is giving you that last tick and letting you refresh your dot. It's sucking ass. It's garbage. Mage runes, Missile Barrage. Gives your Arcane Blast, Fireball, and Frostbolt spells a chance to reduce the channel duration of your next Arcane Missile spell by half. Reduces mana cost to 0 and cause missiles to fire every 0.5 seconds. I am so happy for this. This is a very big deal. We already knew this was coming. I told you guys it was. Nobody believed me. The next one, oh, it says gives your Arcane 40% chance. Oh, yeah, it says it. The next one, Chronostatic Preservation is a great new spell that allows you to store some of your Arcane Fire and Frost energy for later use. You can only hold this energy for a short time before it combusts and expires, but you can use this energy to heal a friendly target. Tooltip says fuse this Arcane Fire and Frost magic to freeze chronomatic energy into a stored state for later use. You can hold this energy for up to 15 seconds before it combusts and expires. When unleashed, it heals a friendly target for some damage. This spell is considered Arcane Fire and Frost for interactions with other spells, talents, and runes. That's actually pretty dope. These are both dope. Yeah, I like those. Big. Shaman runes. Maelstrom weapon causes damage dealt with melee weapons to have a chance to reduce the cast time of your next lightning bolt, chain lightning, lesser healing wave, chain heal, and lava burst by 20%. The cast time reduction can be stacked up to 5 times. Yeah, I like that. Does it help Ellie out a little bit, bro? Kind of. I mean, what? No, it's when you attack with a melee weapon, bro. Spirit of the... I feel bad for Ellie Shamans, bro. Spirit of the Alpha is almost the opposite of Blessing of Salvation. It's a cast a 30-minute buff on a friendly target to increase threat generated on that target by 45% for 30 minutes. That's pretty dope. I don't know who had threat issues, but hey, I'll take it. Alpha, that is a sick name, Spirit of the Alpha. Two-handed mastery. While some shamans choose to battle with one weapon in each hand, others prefer to hand out devastating blows with a two-handed weapon. If dealing damage with a two-handed weapon is your playstyle, then you want to pick up the two-handed mastery rune. Each time you strike an enemy with a two-handed weapon, you gain 30% attack speed for 10 seconds. You just have a permanent 30% attack speed. That's crazy. They said they wanted to make them two-handed, bro, and they definitely did. Is that all the classes? Yeah, that's all the classes. We didn't get druids? No druids? No druid? No sneak peek of the druids? Enhanced rise up? Bro, they didn't give anything to LA Shamans? That's kind of sus, huh? Refresh? They edited them in? Okay. Oh, druid. Yes! Eclipse is a favorite player ability from future expansions that we brought back for Season Discovery. Eclipse increases the critical strike chance of your next 2 Wrath abilities by 30%, and Wrath increases the Starfire by 30%. Oh! King of the Jungle fundamentally changes your Tiger's Fury by increasing all physical damage you deal by 50%. Starfire is garbage. That's true. It is fucking ass. Well, I mean, would you use it now though? No, it's a long ass cast time though. You get some talents to speed it up though, right? And some crit. You're right, it is ass. Damn, I got excited for no reason. King of the Jungle replaces Tiger Fury by increasing all physical damage done by 50%, as well as instantly granting you 60 energy as a trade-off. Tiger's Fury is a 30-second cooldown. So it makes your Tiger's Fury a 30-second cooldown and give you... So that's good, because Tiger's Fury is butt cheeks right now. Pharaoh's gonna be nice. Am I tripping? Is that cope? Is that all the new runes? Maybe they changed the Warlock runes. Nope, still ass. Cool. All right, whatever. PvP updates. Beware of the Blood Moon. With Phase 2 of Season Discovery, we are introducing a new PvP event called the Blood Moon. This new event brings with it a bit of mayhem to Stranglethorn Vale, and the Blood Moon will shine above the zone, casting an eerie red fog in the area. Building on what we have learned from the Ashenvale PvP event in Phase 1, we have created this event to occur on a more predictable timeline so that players can plan when they are going to take part. The event is called Blood Moon. It happens every 3 hours, lasts 30 minutes, in Stranglethorn Vale. During this event, killing players will allow you to earn currency, which can be traded for various rewards. That's kind of cool. While you can still group up with your allies for this event, the Blood Moon is a harsh mistress and will and will punish those in raid groups. Wait, while you can still group up with your allies for this event, the Blood Moon is a harsh mistress and punishes those in a raid group. For those who would rather live in peace and harmony with the land, you can opt out of the event by speaking with the Zandalari emissary. You will not be able to earn any rewards from the event if you opt out, and general realm PvP rules will still apply. Unlike the Ashenvale event, there will not be any PvP objectives in the Stranglethorn event. You will also need to keep a sharp eye out for the Chosen of the Blood Loa, who is more than a force to be reckoned with and will kill all in their path. Raid means people will just 5-stack 5 parties in Discord for a full 40 man, yeah. PvP rewards. If you're looking to spend your currency on new rewards, you will want to seek out the merchant just outside the Gurabashi arena. Players will be able to earn class-specific items, like the Embersome Seal. This is a ring. 9 stam, 6 hit, 16 fire damage. Oh. On a ring. Right now, your ring gives you 5 spell damage, right? And what's the other one? What's the Twilight ring? 7 spell damage? Is that right? The other one is a one-headed mace, Sanguine Skull Crusher, 10 strength, 6 agi, 50 to 93, kind of high top end, 31 DPS. That's a good fucking one hand. I think there's gonna be better one hands, but that's pretty good. Oh, it says mage only? No, it doesn't. No, that doesn't say mage. What do you mean? Oh, it doesn't say mage on here though. How do we know that's the mage one? Oh, it does. I'm fucking stupid. Fuck! Well, my mage will take it. Yeah, that's it. That sucks. Dude, if the Warlock one is shadow damage, I'm going to be so fucking mad. There are also 2 new faction agnostic mounts that players will be able to acquire from participating in this event. These level 40 mounts have new appearances. Looks like we got a little bit of a little raptor here and a little saber-tooth tie there. Okay, cool. There will also be new... Whoa, I fucked up. Sorry, guys. Big fuck up. Big fuck up. There will also be new quests which will help you earn Arathi Basin reputation. This event will not be associated. Wait, this event will not have an associated world buff. So there's no world buff for STV. There is one for the raid. Doesn't say what it is though. You can't play in Fire and Molten Core. You can play it now, bro. Exactly. Yeah. PvP updates. Additional adjustments are coming to matchmaking. While we understand that it can be frustrating for solo players to match against pre-made groups, we want to be careful. Oh. Hey, Pops Bar and Grill, hello, my friend. Thank you for that raid. We're going over the new Phase 2 news that just got launched. Big Phase 2 news just happened. We're going over it right now. Like new runes, new raids, stuff like that. GDKP'S are banned. We haven't got to that part yet. Welcome, everybody. Hello, my friends. You just did the same thing? Hell yeah, I like it. We're on the PvP updates. Okay, additional adjustments are coming to matchmaking. While we understand that it can be frustrating for players to match against pre-made groups, we want to be careful about impacting queues. To address this, we are implementing 2 changes. Players in groups of 5 or fewer, you will have a higher chance to match against groups of 5 or fewer. Likewise, if you're in a group of 6 or more, you have a higher chance to match with those groups with 6 or more. This will aid in matching more pre-made groups with pre-made groups and non-pre-mades with non-pre-mades. To account for the potential to create longer queues with this updated matchmaking system, the system will ignore these rules after a period of time should we start seeing queues impacted. This will then match you with the first available. Is that going to help at all? Can they not make it so if you solo queue and everybody else solo queues, because now you're just 5 stacking and queuing at the same time in Discord type shit, right? How many streamers had this info weeks in advance? I don't know. I knew some of this. I'm not going to lie to you. Leaks are the way. Half stack in Warzone group, yeah. 5 stack meta. It's definitely gonna be a 5 stack meta. There'll be more win trading and dodging. Ashenvale events. Ashenvale will be moving to a 3-hour timer as well with Phase 2. The weekly quest world buff will not apply to players after level 39. So you can't use either world buffs after 39, which I like. I like that a lot, actually. I am a big fan of that. And we only have 1 world buff now, which is from the raid, besides like DMF. Profession updates. After the positive reception to professions in Seasons Discovery Phase 1, we are building and expanding on it significantly for Phase 2. Players will be able to discover approximately 20 new recipes across all non-gathered professions. That's a lot of fucking recipes. This includes recipes for alchemy, enchanting, engineering, along with leatherworking, tailoring, and blacksmithing. Professions will cap at 225 in Phase 2, and profession specializations will open later in the Season of Discovery Phase 3. Just like in Phase 1, players will be able to undertake an epic quest chain to unlock access. No spoilers, though. Recipes will also include some new materials that players will have to find throughout the game and trade with others to get the items they need to craft their new wares. Here's some of the recipes you'll find. All right, pattern: rad, resistant, scale hood, leatherworking 225, 11 strength, 10 agi, hit chance 1%. On use, engage the radiation mitigation protocols in this helmet, causing you to immediately remove all active poison effects and gain immunity to nature damage. PvP bis. Watch out. Pattern: neuro-linked arcano filament monocle. That sounds dope. Oh, this is us, guys. 10 int, 11 stam. Increased damage, 22 spell damage, which is good because what's the helmet right now? 9 spell damage, 11 spell damage. 4 MP5. On use, harness the latent arcane energy in the nearby air to give you charged inspiration, reducing the mana cost of all spells by 50% and increasing damage and healing done by 50 for 12 seconds. One more time. On use, already giving you 22 spell power. On use, reducing the mana cost of all your spells by 50%, just whatever. Increases your spell power by 50 for 12 seconds on a 10-minute cooldown. I can't wait to get that monocle and be walking around like, she. You know, back in the day they had monocles. She, gosh. All right, reflective true silver, bro. 50% mana reduction and increases a 50 spell power for 12 seconds. That's wild. Look what you need. Requires hyperconductive arcano filament, faintly glowing leather, insulating niodine, vision dust, bolt of mage weave. That's crazy. All right, the plate one. Plate one is 21 spell damage. God, nobody cares about paladins. This is crazy. 21 spell damage and healing. On use, gain reinforcement willpower, preventing silence, interrupts, and spell reflects for 10 seconds. Get the fuck out of here. Alchemists and enchanters will find a couple new recipes which can bring more utility and throughput into their own gameplay rather than simply creating things that they can use and sell to make a little extra gold. Okay, here's a couple of examples. Enchanted Sigil Innovation. Teaches you how to conjure a sigil of innovation. On use ability, gain an enchanted sigil of innovation, empowering you to deal up to 20 increased spell damage and healing, and increasing attack power by 20 for 30 minutes. Oh, so it's like a buff. You give yourself a 30 minutes that gives you 20 spell power, 20 attack power. Recipe: mildly irradiated rejuvenation potion, restores mana and health, also increases attack power by 40 and 35 spell damage for 15 seconds. Holy shit, we have a damage potion. Increases attack power by 40 and spells by 35. We got a damage potion, like an in-combat potion outside of mana and health. Ooh, Parse World's about to go crazy. All right, last but not least, no more GDKP runs. We are experimenting with a new policy which will no longer allow GDKP'S in Season of Discovery. While we understand that there are some benefits for those who find this a convenient way to gain gear, we also recognize that there are concerns surrounding the erosion of traditional guild and social structures that are a part of the spirit of Season of Discovery. Given the experimental nature of Season of Discovery, we want to try things without this type of transaction taking place in this game mode. With the launch on February 8th, we'll be restricting this activity. We will have more information to share on our official channels, and we'll be monitoring feedback closely. How are they going to do that? Look, I'm all for it. Fuck GDKP'S, but how are you going to do that? Like, actually, how are you going to do that? I'm not for it or against it. I don't care. Get it out of the game if you want to get out of the game. But how are you going to get rid of that? You can't, bro. Like, how do you can't, like, I'm trying to think of how you could actually do this. Like you can't ban. You're just gonna ban everybody who does GDKPs. How are you gonna do this? Like you can't, like what, someone trades gold for, like the trade window comes up and triggers a fucking red alert, and says this guy's trading gold for that. Personal loot with no trading? No, you can't do that because there's master looter. You have to be able to trade. They're gonna ban big gold trades, but then you can just do little gold trades. You obviously can't. You obviously, from a streamer perspective, which I don't do GDKPs anyway, but from a streamer perspective, you're not gonna be able to stream GDKPs. I need Howls to get in Discord so I can give you a live reaction. Yeah. Well, this is just for season discovery. They literally say for this game mode because it breaks the spirit of season discovery. It'll be like it was for retail forbid, then force personal loot and raids. JB has the best idea. No trading gold in dungeons, and loot becomes soulbound when you leave dungeon. Ooh. There's no way to go around pre-selling items. Not trading gold in the dungeon would actually be big. Disable gold from being an option to trade and raid maybe. I mean, they just do all the gold trade in a city somewhere. Yeah, but imagine you and I are in a raid in BFD, and I pre-bought rod for 50 gold. Rod drops, you give me rod, I pay you outside. I have to pay you when we leave. And then I don't pay you. And if not, then you're asking, I'm imagining it as me running the raid. Then I'm asking, if you do it the other way around, I'm asking 9 other people to give me all the gold they plan to spend. And you can't even plan to spend it because how do you know people don't upbid it all? Say I pre-bought it for 50 gold, but then someone else, you know what I mean? Unless you like bid out the item beforehand, like, all right, guys, let's get in Discord. Rod, if rod drops, it's going for 20 gold. Do I hear 30 gold? Do I hear 35 gold? 45 gold, 50 gold, 70 gold sold to the black dude. Like, and then it doesn't drop, and then that dude just fucks off and doesn't take your money or takes your gold. Soulbound, and no, you can't soulbound. You have to be able to trade loot. Period. It's master looter. My raids run master looter in BFD. When something drops, they don't give it to you right away. They kind of got to, they take it to themselves. They give it to themselves, and then you go off, roll it off, or, you know, do whatever you got to do. Then you get the gear out later. It's going to be, yeah, they can make it difficult, make it awful, but I don't know how. Soulbound, if you leave raid, yeah. I think it has to do something with the gold. Like, you can't, not trading gold in a raid is big. Like, why would you need to trade gold in a raid if you think about it? If me and 9 of you guys are in BFD right now and I'm like, hey, I need gold, well, then you can step out of the raid and do it. But also, what about that? You can just step out of the raid and do it. Every time a boss dies, you bid it off, then you guys run all the way out of the dungeon and trade. Yeah, the gambling add-on too, yeah. Having one person receive mini gold loot trades trigger something. It would get soulbound. Yeah, but okay, so say I'm the loot master again, and Lubes bought rod that dropped. I send Yint out with Lubes to get the gold and come back in. The loot stays with me. Unless, like, when Lubes leaves the raid, it locks him from that gear too. But I feel like that's a lot of work, and I don't think they would do that more. I don't see how they enforce this. Gonna need to be really creative. Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. I bet you if I look at my my group chat, it's blowing up right now, dog. I mean, the best way to enforce this is to ban people who do GDKPs hard to start, ban early, and get people scared. Runs to be advertised entirely on Discord, like stacks, yeah. It's more like it has to be something with the trading, I think. It ends with, it is not too late to join Season of Discovery. For players looking to catch up with their friends above level 25, we will be implementing a 50% experience buff for the players between level 1 and 25. Players will also see an increase in experience gained within Black Fathom Deep's raid dungeon when it is cleared. The raid dungeon will still continue to run with the current lockout timer, and players will no longer gain the world buff after level 39. What do you mean? you will see an increase in experience in BFD when it's cleared. I'm excited for 4 weeks from now when people realize that literally nothing has changed in the economy despite GKPs being banned. It will make zero difference to anyone's gaming experience. Yeah. I definitely think it'll make a difference in people's gaming experience for those that... There's people who wake up and do GDKPs all day. Well, no, it says kill all bosses, 5 points. Oh! Like you do the raid, and then when you kill Akamai, right when he's dead, you get a shit ton of experience? Yeah, okay. And you can't reset it, so I wonder if it's worth just doing on launch one time. I wonder how much experience. Oh, you're fine, Eve. Thanks for trying. I appreciate it, I really do. I'll be doing 1 on launch for sure. Yeah. All right, well, that's it, guys. They posted a 30-minute video as well. Going over everything that we just went over. Where they talk about it. I wonder if they... I mean, we can... I wonder if they... Because they're talking about it. Let me see about the G... Let's go to the GDKP part and listen to it, yeah?
Put up for bid by longer be... And it gets the bot farms into a position where they are constantly kind of too...
Let's see. They say something about it. Where's my music coming from? Do you guys know how to turn it off? Oh, yeah, it's right here. I want to see what they say about this section.
Steps forward and start over.
Bot exploitive cans. Let's listen.
On live, both in classic. It has a negative impact that actors face through. All right. Another common question that we get that is somewhat frustrating to answer, simply because kind of the more we talk about it, the faster bad actors can work around our efforts. But it's botting and exploitative accounts in general. Botting is
sort of about botting and GDKPs.
It includes a lot of things, including just exploitative gameplay that players engage in. And it has a negative impact on the game. It really does. It's something we don't like. It's something we actually hate. We spend a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to combat. And while we can't really talk about the specifics of what we're doing, we do want to talk about some really exciting new tech that's coming with Phase 2. We've had this in limited testing online.
Shout out Josh. He's the OG.
Both in classic of its various flavors and modern for quite some time, and we've seen some very positive results from it. And so we want to set expectations that, you know, there's never going to be a time where World of Warcraft or really any online game is going to be completely free of bad actors and malicious accounts, but we're very positive about the results we've seen from this new tech, and we're really excited to see it rolled out. Paradoxically as well, kind of the more effective we are at some of these things, the more outwardly visible the bad actors can become. A lot of times following many of our ban waves, you may actually see increased bot activity as bot farms essentially spin up new accounts and start over. But there's been a few instances of this happening. We do a large ban wave, and then everyone, you know, I see videos posted online of streams of bots going like 2 to work your big one.
All right.
So the last topic that we really want to talk about, and this is kind of a big one, is just jumping right into it. Starting with Phase 2 of Season of Discovery, we're going to be experimenting with a new policy change. GDKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery realms. And to kind of recap, for anyone who does not know what GDKP or gold bid raids or dungeons are, it's essentially a raid or a dungeon run where the loot rules or is that all loot that is distributed is essentially purchased with gold. So an item will drop. It's then put up for bid by the loot master or whoever's doing the loot, and interested parties then bid gold for the item. When the highest bid wins, and when the gold is received, it's split within the participants of the raid. This is something we've been discussing for a very long time on WoW Classic, and it's not a decision we've arrived at lightly. It's fair to say that GDKP has some benefits to individuals who don't want to be tied to a traditional guild or set raid schedule, and GDKPs are, while largely transactional, another social activity in the game, and we're always hesitant to discourage anything that gets people in groups and playing together. However, we do remain concerned that GDKP erodes traditional guild and social structures that are in many cases the basis of our most fond memories of original World of Warcraft. And it's undeniable that GDKP contributes to and drives a lot of malicious accounts, illicit activity, RMT, botting, all of the things we just talked about. Season of Discovery is
What's up,
highly
Snow?
experimental in its nature,
Appreciate
and
you, bro.
we take chances, and this is another chance we're taking. We want to give an honest try to a version of World of Warcraft without GDKP present, and this is our best opportunity for that. So as of the launch of Phase 2 on February 8th, GDKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery. We're going to release additional communication.
Yeah, those Warlock runes are
another
ass.
FAQ to kind of go with this FAQ, talking about this. And, you know, once we do, we'll have that posted on forums and stuff.
I'll go to the rune section after this.
What you think.
Let's see what he says.
And we're going to really monitor feedback closely on this. This is a test, and ultimately this decision came as a result of your feedback. And so, you know, we want to hear more of what you think of this. We want to hear how it goes as we move through this next phase. And if it doesn't work out, we'll revisit this policy for future phases. We really appreciate everyone who has expressed that feedback and concerns on this topic. Thank you.
I just don't know how they're going to stop it. I mean, I don't care about, I don't do GDKPs. I don't care. You guys want to go, let's go look at the rune preview real quick. I was going to see the Warlock one first because it's so bad. It's insane. I'm surprised that they did that.
Increase their resistance to dispel to refreshing target damage over time effects. Warlocks. Invocation. When you refresh some of your damage over time effects while they have less than 6 seconds remaining,
I don't know if they talk about it or
damage
not.
Will be dealt to your target equal to 1 tick of that spell's periodic damage. So you no longer have to worry about refreshing your dots at the exact perfect moment. Dance of the Wicked will trigger
they
a
don't really
buff
explain
which
it.
increases you and your pet's dodge chance anytime either of you deal a critical strike to an enemy. You'll also both gain 2% of your maximum mana when that happens. Mages.
Oh, they didn't talk about it. God, that rune fucking blows. This is so stupid. Like, what the hell? You're saving, bro, you're saving me a tick. That's like, I have 2 seconds left of my corruption, and you would normally, and you put a corruption up, and you're like, oh my god, I clipped my corruption. That's all bad. I shouldn't do that. You get your tick. Like, that's it. No one's running. If no one's running affliction, you're not using any of these spells. You use immolate, but immolate the last. That's fucking crazy.
Shit's OP.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna change with the other stuff. But at least we got some news. That's pretty big. I'm excited for this raid. This is exciting as shit. That raid, not the raid set, but the profession stuff. Where's it at? This profession shit is that. Where's that monocle, bro? That monocle. Where's the monocle at? The monocle, dude. This monocle is gonna be bananas. 22 spell damage. Reduce the mana on use. Reduce the mana cost by 50% and increase the spell damage by 22. That's gonna be dope. People are arguing it's basically spell haste for affliction. Shut the fuck up. That's wild. They would say some stupid shit like that. It's ass.
There's not even haste in the fucking game.
Quit it, Discords. Jesus Christ. The monocle's gonna be double nasty on healing mages. It's gonna be really nice. Yeah, it'll be dope. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop the recording, YouTube. So I'm gonna post this on YouTube now, and let me know in the comments what you think. Peep the stream, and yeah, peace. I'll put the descriptions for this and the video in the description as well.